Let's go! Do you have absolute certainty on how you go from hello to yes on what you're looking for?
Sean is a master. He teaches. It's not just about sharing the formula with you. It's about making sure that we learn.
I went from $100,000 in debt from law school to having no money and starting my own law firm on my credit card to selling it 4 years later.
Sean and I, we co-created massive victories in 2 unwinnable jury trials, which are recognized nationally now as top 100 jury verdicts.
To be even on the same track with you, who I respect and admire and love with all my heart.
Never again submit. You're not better and you're not less than any human on earth.
When you shared with us about the unblinded process and the mastery sales training, I just went, wow.
Sean will gain proximity to the most influential and powerful people. He will find out how he can grow their business, how he can help them personally. But the third thing that he does is the most important. Sean serves without an expectation of getting anything in return.
You have very, very high-performing colleagues.
22 years ago, you transformed my life as you did all of these people's lives over the course of time. And I couldn't be more grateful. Let's hear it for Tony Robbins.
I don't see him as a lawyer, and I don't see him as a blind person. Someone who has subjugated his ego, who has taught me what serving really looks like.
You have this incredible ability to just have unconditional love for everyone, and that is just an incredible gift.
The moment you have been waiting for.
The American Blind Association is the first new face and voice of that association since Helen Keller.
Formula bore formulas, which is exactly what I've learned from Sean. It's a language-based predictable model. We will have over 300 new sales meetings this month.
This superpower in the world that is attainable for you is the ability to influence people. If you believe that, say yes. If you believe that, say yes. Do you think that worked?
I definitely think that works, and I know it works, Andrea Catania. We've had so much social proof that this works for sure. And so everyone, welcome to the Visionary Leaders Heart of Influence with Andrea Catania, James Amorosi, and potentially we will get to see Mr. Darren Prince, along with, of course, our visionary founder of the show, Sean Callagy, coming shortly. So Andrea, I'm going to start introducing our guests, your guests. So let's do it. First up, coming from Dana Point, California, Chief Talent Officer and Connector of Leaders. He introduces top talent to their next boss, shaping careers and fueling organizational growth. He's a brand builder, deal maker, loves building billion-dollar brands in less than 1 year, and has brokered transactions up to 500 million. He's a philanthropic leader and runs a foundation dedicated to transforming lives and creating lasting global impact. Everyone, let's please welcome to the show, Mr. Shane Mincer. Shane, what is a fun fact? That headline fun fact, the one we spoke about before. It's not like the story. It's like a quick headline sentence. Please, Shane, over to you.
Well, I am a beekeeper. I started it a few years ago because we have an orchard in our backyard. We are big gardeners, Renee and I. And one of my compost containers they kept getting bees in there, and I felt bad killing them every year. And so Renee says, you've always wanted bees. Why don't you transplant them? And so that was about 4 years ago. So it's nice to have our own honey, organic that is. And so it's nice. I've learned a lot about, studying the life of bees. It's very humbling, and it's very convicting.
Humbling.
Yeah.
Humbling and bumbling. That's a good one. Good one, Andrea.
That was really good.
And we need those bees. We need our bees for
We
sure. Well, thank you for sharing that. I love bees. Back to the word love. Bees are much needed for sure, and love the honey. So thank you, Shane. Let's go next to Joe Rivera, coming from New York, from Wall Street to rock bottom. Joe rebuilt his life through faith, resilience, and purpose, inspiring countless others to transform. He's the host of Reforge Your Life podcast, and published author, Joe creates powerful conversations that spark reinvention, identity, and lasting impact. Founder of Reforge Academy, Joe empowers high achievers to recover, reinvent, and reforge their lives into legacies worth living. Everyone, let's please give it up for Joe Rivera. Joe, what is a fun fact about you?
A fun fact is, as young as I look, I'm a grandfather, and man, my grandson warms my soul, man. So behind this big guy who goes to the gym, there's a soft teddy bear inside when it comes to my grandson, man. He lights up my world.
Oh, I bet. I bet that's all, man. I can see everything in your smile. Your heart is ripping through that smile for sure. So, love that. What's his name, Joe?
His name is Corey Atlas Samuels. He just turned a year old in July.
Awesome. Bliss.
Yeah.
I think Mr. Callaghy is having some technical difficulties, is what I'm thinking. But we will continue on and maybe give him a ring, Andrew. I'll keep the introductions and the headline facts coming. So let's go next to Dallas, Texas. She's a seasoned CPA, a financial leader with 25 plus years guiding companies through growth, acquisitions, and public offerings. Trusted advisor to executives, bringing peer-to-peer insights from boardrooms to national exchange uplistings. She's a dynamic strategist celebrated for building high-impact teams and integrating 400 plus acquisitions with the precision and flair. Let's everyone please welcome Kelly Anderson to the Heart of Influence. Kelly, welcome. And what is your fun fact?
Well, thank you guys for having me. So excited to be here. Joe, you stole mine. I'm going to be a grandma in February, so I'm so excited about it. I told my kids I became a mom to be a grandma, so they're fulfilling my prophecy.
Amazing. That is a beautiful thing. So one on the way, and you can just have the vision, the joy of like that beautiful baby that you don't have to stay up all night with all the time.
So not to
Probably
piggyback
sometimes.
on Joe, but my other fun fact is I held the Minnesota State record in long jump for 10 years when I was in high school.
Wow, that's awesome. That's awesome. Well, welcome. And again, I think I do keep freezing. So I don't know. I think I was talking and I didn't know if you guys could hear me. So Kelly, so glad to have you. Congratulations on the upcoming grandbaby and the long jump record. And let's go next to New York, where this dynamic connector using expansive relationships to unlock opportunity, foster collaboration, and fuel business success is with us today. He's a corporate securities attorney blending a decade in big law with entrepreneurial drive, building a thriving practice, expert in capital markets, compliance, and governance, guiding companies through growth, funding, and public markets. Let's all please welcome Morris Zarif to the Heart of Influence. What's up, Morris? How are you, sir? And what is your fun fact?
I am so well. Thank you so much for having me today. It's great to be here. So my fun fact is, most of my friends and colleagues know that I ride motorcycles, but not many people know that when COVID hit, I did a motorcycle diner tour. So the second, the offices closed, I got on my bike and started going from diner to diner down the East Coast, which was super fun.
That is so fun. That is so fun. Oh my gosh. What was your favorite? If you had to put a top, the top place that you went to along the way, where would it
Hey,
be?
Guy Fieri, give us your favorite diner, dive, or drive-in.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm trying to get on.
I could not even tell you the best ones that you could possibly go to are the ones that are in the middle of absolute nowhere, and I would not even be able to tell you where they were on a map or what state I was in when I got there. It was great though. Highly recommend.
Yeah, I'm sure if you had to go back.
G. Morris, excellent. Loving the diners. Andrea, still struggling a little bit with the tech. I'm in Vesuvio Castle Zone, so hopefully you can hear me clearly. G, yay or nay?
Yes, we hear you now, Sean Callaghy. Welcome.
All right. Yep. If I cut in and out, it should only last another minute or two. So hello, hello. Apologies for my tardiness. But G, who else is here?
Awesome. Thank you, Sean. Next up, coming from Washington, D.C., he's a respected connector with deep relationships across finance and law, a trusted advisor to leaders navigating high stakes transactions worldwide, capital markets authority with extensive experience, IPOs, ATMs, PIPEs, mergers, acquisitions, and complex securities offerings, and RDOs as well, MBA backed attorney blending legal expertise and financial acumen, is a published thought leader shaping innovation in corporate and securities law. Everyone, let's all please welcome Rajiv Radia to the Heart of
Rajiv, warm welcome on this fun Friday, and please your headline fun fact.
Yeah, so thank you very much for having me on the show. My fun fact is that I used to be a DJ for about 15 years. And I've DJed private events and nightclubs all around the country. And now to get back into it the last year or two, I've done a few kind of private, events, birthday parties, corporate events, this and that. So that's my fun fact. It's not something that most people know about me.
Yeah, it's a super cool fun fact. Certainly not two things that normally go together. Awesome. Sir, Gina, Rajiv is ripping it. Maybe you could go back to your 90s glow sticks, Gina. Let's go.
I would love it. That'd be so fun. Let's have a 90s party, Sean. 80s, 90s. Let's do it. Next up from Naples, Florida, he's an influential connector, cultivating high-level partnerships across healthcare and finance, trusted to align vision, strategy, and transformative growth. He's the director of business development at Alzheimer's Treatment Centers of America, advancing AI-driven precision medicine and innovative patient-centered care models. He's a seasoned leader with global business development expertise, formerly heading Energy Evolution Funds and delivering impact through collaboration and strategic innovation. Let's all please welcome John Sherman to the Heart of Influence.
John, warm welcome to the Heart of Influence, sir. Please, your headline fun fact.
Give you a fun fact. I'm a New Yorker, 52 years, moved down to Naples, Florida. My backyard is the Everglades, and every night I sit outside my lanai and I watch the National Geographic between the alligators and the bears and the snakes and the deer. It's the most relaxing part of my day for a New Yorker who was all hustle and bustle before he moved to Florida, and now I don't know if I could ever live without it.
Wow, dude, that's awesome. And John, you sound like you're from the Louisiana Bayou, though, not from New York City. So I'm actually quite shocked.
I'll give you one more fun fact on that. So I was at a hockey game recently here in Naples, and some old lady looked up at me and said, "Where are you from?" So I said, "Arkansas." So she said, "You're not from Arkansas." So gotta throw that in there. I know what you meant, but yes.
Let's go, brother. Well, from one New York, New Jerseyite to another. Great to hear you. Let's go get it. Gina, come on. John's in the house. He is not from Arkansas. He is not from Louisiana, but he loves nature in Florida. Let's go.
Let's go to our other New Yorker in the house, our co-host of the show, a seasoned entrepreneur with over 35 years, including founding a private equity firm, driving growth for founders, valuing personal connections, and recognizing the unique contributions of each individual. He is known for his relentless drive, transformed industries, and has transformed industries and empowered countless businesses to achieve extraordinary success. Everyone, let's please give it up for the one and only James Amo Amorosi.
Come on now. Amo, please, it's always an honor and privilege. I have a critically important question for you after your fun fact, but would you mind sharing your fun fact, please?
Absolutely. An homage to what John said about being in the country, being a city boy who didn't know he was a country boy. I just acquired 113 acres in Whitehaven, Pennsylvania. And I was up there this past weekend. I brought my mother up and my wife. And I had an engineer and an architect there. We walked through the woods And besides, you can't imagine how thick woods get. I fell on my face twice, right? But we came out the other end and we were walking back to the car. And I get in my vehicle, say goodbye to these guys, and we start pulling out. A black bear with two baby bears runs out in the middle of the road. We're not 25 feet. And these are like, these are gravel roads, very long gravel roads. A bear runs out with her two cubs, turns around and just stares at me. I'm in a big black Range Rover. She stares at me, I freeze. And, nature, you never know what's coming. So, John, watch your toes in the water, my friend.
Amen. So, Ammo, so much to talk about, so little time. But Ammo, thank you for you and your co-creator in the world, Darren Prince, and for all that's happening at our upcoming Unblinded event. We have a litany of amazing guests, from Charlie Sheen to founder of Marvel Comics to Ralph Macchio, the Karate Kid. Just remarkable lineup. One of those guests is Sugar Ray Leonard, everybody. And I just want you to know that while Darren Prince is stuck in the air and not here right now, Ammo, I want to really thank you. Because Gina, did you know that Ammo, from his Master of Martial Arts background, Sugar Ray Leonard, one could argue the top welterweight boxer in history, they're going to go at it on stage at the upcoming Unblinded event. Did Darren tell you, Ammo?
I've been training extra hard for this one, Sean. Trust me, I'm ready. Cardio,
Let's go.
cardio,
Listen,
cardio.
I'm betting on Ammo. I'm betting on Ammo. Like that's
Bring
no
it.
disrespect to my beloved Sugar Ray Leonard, but yes, so, awesome job, brother.
All in, Sean. Thank you for the vote of confidence.
Thank you. And final, Bella Rita, co-host The Heart of Influence, who's also not able to be here today. She was literally 15 feet from 3 elephants in the middle of South Africa on a game drive, out of a vehicle 2 hours ago, Ammo. So I thought you might appreciate that.
Incredible. I had a privilege. Paul Tudor Jones took me to Kenya. We went rhinoceros hunting back in the 90s. And let me tell you something, when you see that out in the raw land, it's quite overwhelming, the power and presence of those beasts, those animals. So,
wow.
Amen. Well, thank you, brother. So Ammo's in the building. G, come on.
Next up, she's our one and only co-host, this deal attorney, having led over 200 capital market transactions in the past 25 years and taken companies public in the 7 different ways that you can. And our incredible executive producer of The Heart of Influence is the one and only Andrea Cattaneo. Can we all please give it up for Andrea Cattaneo?
Andrea Cattaneo. Thank you so much for being here today. Of course, making this happen, Andrea, and your headline fun fact.
So today I'm going to go with, since it's a nature theme, our log cabin in Highland Lakes, New Jersey often has bears walking across our Ring doorbell camera that you may not be familiar with, Sean, but lots of people have these cameras now. But the scariest creature, believe it or not, looked like a monster because it was a spider crawling across the camera. So imagine on our screen at home, it looked like it was 5 feet long and all it was a spider.
My dad was watching.
That's my fun fact.
My dad was watching Svengoolie on television and watched Ammo, and some of you others may remember the black and white monster movie Tarantula. He was watching the movie, so this is giving images of Tarantula, Andrea Cattaneo. So thank you for that. And G, amazing woman doing the introducing. G, we are super grateful for everything that you're doing. Please, G, because I want to rock and roll and get these fine folks do this super abridged intro of me, because I know what Gina's going to do next, and intro me very kindly. Go like super abridged, G, and let's go.
I'll go as super abridged as I possibly can. The first blind, on the verge of becoming the first blind self-funded unicorn founder, building a billion-dollar company from scratch without outside capital. Of course, the host and the visionary of The Heart of Influence, the man Tony Robbins himself called a dear friend and said that no one leads with more heart integrity than. Of course, he's the chief visionary officer, co-founder of Unblinded and Acti, as well as the founder and president of Calighi Law. And Sean is only one, is one of only 2 attorneys, one out of 1.2 million in the US to achieve 2 top 100 national jury verdicts in a 2-year span, and the only one who is blind. And this gentleman has recovered over $1 billion for healthcare clients through our Callagy Law and Callagy Recovery. He's an international speaker. He set the stage on Tony Robbins' stages.
That's abridged enough. I love you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
That was my last one. All right.
Thank
Over to you, Sean Callagy.
Thank you, G. That is thank you. Very kind of you. This is an esteemed group for sure. Thank you for the kind words, Gina. For everybody, I'm going to go with this as my fun fact. I'm a blind man that has taught sighted people to ski, surf, and scuba dive in the most extreme of conditions. And because of Rajiv and his super cool DJ-ness, I think this would be a cool fun fact. I had the privilege of speaking at Tomorrowland, the largest festival in the world, a couple years back in Belgium. And I was with like the president of Belgium in a box and the organizers of Tomorrowland. And this wonderful gentleman that put Tomorrowland on, there's like 300,000 people at the festival, is talking to me. He's in a suit, looks completely dignified, totally normal guy. And DJ Testo starts to make the entire floor move, like we're this VIP thing above all of Tomorrowland. And this guy starts jumping with glow sticks and spinning in circles with glow sticks, like in the middle of our conversation, as though this is totally normal. And he's like a 60-year-old dude who's in a suit, and he's jumping and spinning with glow sticks. So that is my DJ fun fact, Gina Ritchie.
Are you sure that wasn't you at the Christmas party, Sean? The 6-year-old?
That wasn't me at the Christmas party. I did rip my shirt off and throw it on top of the chandelier. Like that may have happened. But G, who's going first?
All right. First up, we have got Mr. Shane Mincer.
Okay, Shane, warm welcome again to the Heart of Influence. Had a little bit of fun making some introductions, but what this is really all about is everything in the world happens after yes, period. Leadership, management, marketing, sales, recruitment, fundraising for profit, not for profit, from the Sons of Liberty and Dr. Warren's Tavern through Oprah Winfrey to everything that's ever been created. Amazon, Facebook, Google, it all happened after one word, and that word, of course, is yes. So Gina is going to be anybody you'd like her to be that you're going from hello to yes with. It doesn't have to be a sale. It could be any yes. And it doesn't have to be a final yes. It could be just a yes for a longer conversation. So please, who would you like Gina to be? She could be an ideal client, charitable fundraising partner, heck, somebody famous like those Oprah Winfrey's or Warren Buffett's. Anyone that would make sense for you to be going from hello to yes. And it could just be a yes for a longer conversation. Please, who's Gina?
Gina, you are going to be, boy, that's a good question. I'm going to, that's a good question. Let me say, you're a new client. So you're going to be an attorney in New York City, and I'm going to recruit you to the most successful law firm in the world.
Let's go. Gee, you're a litigator, a transactional, what kind of attorney?
Well, we'll stick on litigation. We'll do white collar criminal defense work. How about that?
Ooh, there you go, G. Take us in.
All right, I'll do my best. Let's go. Hello, this is Gina.
Oh, hi, Gina. This is Shane Mincer with Chief Talent Officer. Do you have a minute?
I have just about 3 minutes, but that's it. What can I do for you?
Well, I wanted to make an introduction because we haven't worked together, and I understand you're one of the most successful trial litigators, white collar criminal defense ladies. I'm sorry, it's been a long day, but I wanted to make the introduction because I do have a client, the most successful law firm, working exclusively with the chairman of the firm. And they're wining and dining me, but they want to wine and dine you. And I understand that you probably have the most incredible practice there in New York City. I probably am seeing you across the way right now, but I wanted to just pique your interest and see if you would like to sit down with me and look at it this way. If you haven't audited your career, I've been doing this for 30 years. I represent the most successful attorneys on planet Earth, but it's not about me. It's really about you. I just wanted to hear from you and see if you would be open to potentially making a strategic move in your career. Would you be open to that?
I have not been thinking about that. So this is kind of coming out of nowhere. I mean, I have a very successful firm right now, as I'm sure you already know if you've done your research. I would love to hear, got like another minute and a half. I'm not totally closed. What else could you tell me about, like, when has this worked for you with somebody like me, and why would I want to do that?
Absolutely. Well, I broker mergers and acquisitions for both independent small firms all the way up to some of the largest firms in the world. So for me, it's not just about you, it's about your team. It sounds like you have, from my due diligence, you've got a phenomenal team. I just want to come alongside you. If you're open to kind of carving out some time, maybe in the next few weeks, I'd love to get breakfast or lunch with you. And look at it this way, all I'm going to do is strengthen your business case where you're at. Most, if not all people in the professional service to some degree need to take a pit stop or at least be open to the idea. I don't know what your exit strategy is going to be in the near future, but I'd love to be able to share some points that I've learned in the last 30 years, helping thousands of ladies like yourself in their strategic moves in their careers.
Well, Shane, I love to go out to breakfast and lunch. So if it goes well, it might just turn into breakfast and lunch. So I am open to it, but let's start with a short, one quick breakfast meal next week, if that works for you.
That would be great. You just let me know when you're free and I'll make sure that I'm there.
All right, listen, I'll have my assistant reach out to you for that next week. Thank you, Shane.
Great job. Thank you for that. We'll get to the feedbackers in a moment. And G, who's following up Shane?
Mr. Joe Rivera.
And who, you said Joe?
Joe.
Yeah. So Joe, who would you like Gina to be?
I'd like Gina to be Grant Cardone.
Oh, gee. Gee, let's go.
All righty, here we go. Hey, hello, this is Grant.
Hey, Grant, what's going on, man? How are you? It's Joe Rivera.
Yeah,
hi. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Hey, Joe, what's up? I got like 3 minutes. What's up, dude?
That's all I need. So listen, first off, I wanted to say thank you because years ago you had a show called Whatever It Takes, and I was one of the contestants. And I ended up winning an opportunity to go onto the show. And when I got to the studio, you made everybody empty out their wallets, and you found drugs in my wallet. And you kicked me off the show, and you told me that I might have been one of the people. You were disappointed because you thought I had whatever it takes. And I just want to say thank you because that was a turning point in me going out and getting sober. And after that, I've turned around. I've done a lot of your programs. I've done a lot of investing towards your company. And man, you're one of my mentors. And I just created a podcast called Reforge Your Life with Joe Rivera. And it's based off business leaders and entrepreneurs who've overcome their own adversity to create their own comeback story. I know you had adversity you faced in your life, Grant. You got a story that's similar to mine, facing substance abuse and the trials and tribulations you've gone through as an entrepreneur. I'd love to have you come on my show and I'll share my platform with you.
Well, first of all, Joe, thank you for your courage in finding a way back to me to have this time. That's not easy to do. And for taking that as the turning point in your life that changed everything and brought you out of the darkness into the light. So I'm very grateful that I had anything to do with that. And, I'm very thankful that I've had the great privilege of causing that for others as well in the world. So I do have a lot of people requesting my presence. So just give me a little more context, like anything else you want to share about what would cause me to say yes to you over, John Smith, who was very similar, had the same situation, similar situation. Certainly nobody's the same. And many others along the way. And I want to say yes to everybody, and they're just me. So what else can you?
I don't want you to say, I want you to say yes to me to come on my platform, to share my platform with you, because then I want to be able to show you the host that I am so that I could go on one of your stages and be able to speak as a keynote.
So what I'm hearing you say is you want to be able to eventually be on my stage to share your story, your success, your hero's journey, and how my work helped you come through that. Is that what I'm hearing you say, Joe?
Absolutely.
Well, thank you for that. And I do feel a great honor and privilege in being able to have been a part of that. So thank you. I tell you what, Joe, I got just another second here. So another couple seconds, why don't we connect I'm going to connect my assistant to you after this call. I'll put it right through to her and we'll set up a longer meeting. Let's go half an hour and then we'll take the next steps from there. Sound good?
Sounds good. I appreciate the opportunity.
Thanks for reaching out. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Hey, Joe, great job. Really appreciate your share for sure. Shane as well. Now we're going to get to the feedbackers. This is going to look like 30 seconds of feedback. Gina's going to say, hey, for Shane or for Joe, alternating. The first 15 seconds, please, everybody, make sure those first 15 seconds are what they did great. What'd you like best? And then 15 seconds, not of criticism, but 15 seconds on maybe one thing that could be optimized. And then we're going to ask you for one word of how you felt after that. So Gina, who's giving the first feedback?
Let's go. Morris, what is your 30 seconds of feedback?
I will go with, I'll start with Shane.
Oh, sorry, for Shane. My bad. Sorry, for Shane.
For Shane, got it. Shane was really direct. He caught himself when he was talking about himself and made sure to circle it back to his target, which I thought was excellent. As we've all been in sales calls, I think the primary goal is to show how we can help versus how they can help us. I think one thing I would have tweaked a little bit, but it's on the fly, so nobody can really fault Shane for it. But the ladies were it's a little not terrible, just slightly awkward, but it's okay. I think he brings a lot of experience that he expressed and explained really well of how he would use his expertise to enhance the client's life and professional career. So great
Awesome,
job.
Morris. What's one word, Morris, of how Shane made you feel?
It's weird, but the word that comes to mind is accomplished. I don't know why. It just seems like he expressed the ability to again enhance the other person's career and path moving
Cool.
forward.
Nice. Yeah, love it. Thank you so much for that. Morris, G.
Let's go. Rajiv, what is your 30 seconds of feedback for Joe?
Yeah, look, I think Joe did an excellent job of explaining, what his background was, what his connection to Grant was, and kind of trying to create that rapport, right? And so, it's a story that you can't help but be touched by. And, Grant being the person that turned his life around, that's a great pitch, right? If you're trying to get him on your podcast, right? As far as points for improvement, again, like Morris said, this is on the fly, so it's tough, right? But I would try to be a little bit more succinct, maybe focus it on Grant, although, it's tough to kind of figure out how him being on your podcast might help him, but I'm sure there are ways, to structure that, that he was someone that inspired you to change, and that puts him out in a positive light, possibly, right? Now I'm trying to think on the fly, but that's one thing. Yeah.
And Rajiv, one word of how Joe made you feel.
Inspired.
Beautiful. That, Rajiv. And do you know DJ Testo? I would think so, right?
Yeah. So yeah.
Yes. And do you make people jump and do circles, spins with glow sticks? That part of your world?
I try to, but I am well versed in seeing people that you wouldn't think that are going to dance. So that resonated with me.
I have no doubt. Come on, G.
Next up, let's go. Kelly Anderson, what is your feedback for Shane? And if you wouldn't mind unmuting, we'd love to hear you.
Yep, that's always a good thing. We don't want to be lip readers here. Yeah, no, Shane, I thought that the hard part was it was a cold call, right? And you didn't know if somebody was going to be interested in hearing it. But I thought you did a great job of turning it upon the impact that you can make for the person and being impactful and build it up about her. I think bringing the strategic part of it and honoring her level of accomplishment was great from the very beginning. I think that probably if you look at the back end of it, I think it's, it kind of went pretty fast. Again, it's 3 minutes, so you're trying to get there. And I think Gina stated it that, she hadn't really thought about looking. So it was kind of like the take a back moment, but I thought you recouped from that really well and got her to think about, well, yeah, I mean, we should probably explore this a little bit further.
Yeah, awesome. Kelly, one word, please, of how Shane made you feel.
I think Shane, I'm going to go also with what Morris said. I had originally wrote down accomplished also, a trusted advisor.
Awesome. Thank you for that. Kelly G.
And let's go, John Sherman, your 30 seconds of feedback for Joe.
Joe, you were inspiring. And that was nice. It made me really realize how blessed my life is. Personally had some issues with my son, so I understand it. Yeah, I would have focused on you and why Grant should be on your podcast. Obviously, when you get him there, then you talk to him about, maybe I could add value to what you're doing. But I would focus strictly on what you're doing and why he inspired you and all that other fun stuff. But I thought you were great. You really were powerful with your message, and I thought it went well.
Awesome. And one word, John, please, for Joe. How it made you feel?
Blessed.
Beautiful. You know what? You, John, so beautifully represent the misunderstanding that humans have about humans. For somebody to be a hard-charging New Yorker, as somebody would be represented, you talked about nature, peace, love, empathy for a situation going on with your family, and then blessed. So really, thank you for representing the reality of humanity for somebody who's obviously very accomplished. And so thanks for your feedback and how you showed up today, John.
Thank you.
Thank you. Gina.
All righty, we're up to James and Andrea. So let's go, James. What is your feedback, your 30 seconds of feedback for Shane?
So Shane, I thought he had a great disposition when he started presenting. I think he framed his approach in an interesting fashion. I think you came across very genuine. I think on the back end, I would have, you're such an accomplished, pro in your field. I think you should have emphasized a little bit more of the value you bring to the possibility. But other than that, I thought you did an outstanding job. And the one word that I felt with you was, I think, knowledgeable.
Thank you for that.
Strange word, but yeah.
Beautiful job. And AC, just if you had one word for our two participants each, we're running a little tight on time. AC.
For Shane, confident. And for Joe, authentic.
Beautiful. Thank you, Andrew Catania. Ammo, you know what time it is. Gina's got some scenarios. Guys, she gives me a hard time since Shane and Joe jumped into the participant seat. She puts the screws to me and makes me do something I'm not prepared to do. And that's the truth. Like, I'm not prepared. Gina, please, what do you got?
And that is fun for me. So first choice, so I'll give you three scenarios. First, Sean has to be Shane Minter, who has to get a yes from Gary Vaynerchuk to launch the Avengers of Business Talent, an accelerator creating the next billion-dollar founders with a slice funding scholarships for underprivileged kids. That's one. Second option is Sean as Joe Rivera has to get a yes from Charlie Sheen to co-host Reforge Academy Live, a reinvention tour raising millions for addiction recovery and mental health. Third possible scenario, is Sean as Kelly Anderson has to get a yes from Ralph Macchio to start Balance for Life, a mentorship and money mastery program, blending Karate Kid discipline with financial wisdom, funding youth empowerment. So those are the three options. So let's go. Ammo, which one do you like the best?
I'm torn now. I was going right with Charlie Sheen, being that my partner Darren is in flight to do a show with Charlie at this moment. He's supposed to be on the show and he got caught in the air, held up. But man, you threw me off with the Macchio and the karate thing. And it's me. That's me, right? I'm a karate finance guy. I'm going to go with three. Jay, I'm going to go with three. As much as I love Charlie, and Charlie is a trip, he's a blessing. I got to go with the Macchio thing only because of the karate and the finance. I'm being a little selfish.
I love it.
And I want to see Sean balance the karate, a little chop here and there in between, diving with great white sharks. I mean, I can't.
With glow sticks in his hand at the same time.
Yeah, I'm telling you, glow sticks. Yes.
Perfect. Me and DJ Tips with Tomorrowland.
Yeah. So I could go on and on with thoughts, but that let's go with that. Let's do the thing.
All right, G. So I'm getting a yes from Ralph Macchio.
Yes.
For
As
four.
Yep.
As Kelly.
as Kelly to start Balance for Life, a mentorship and money mastery program that blends Karate Kid discipline, which you're perfect for, with financial wisdom and funding, which funds youth empowerment and whatever.
Okay, Is
fun
it a
twist you want
is it
to
a
add.
charity or a for-profit company?
It is. That's a great question. I would say Balance for Life is a mentorship profit company.
Got it. Okay.
It's a
Yep.
profit? Okay.
For profit.
Okay. Yeah, and who is going to play Ralph Macchio?
Oof. Emma, what do you think? Who should play Ralph Macchio? Pick one.
Oh man, I got to go with Joe. He's got to do the Macchio thing because he's got the we're gonna turn Ralph up. We're gonna turn Macchio up a little bit, make him a little more rugged. Go
There
for
we
it, Joe.
Do it.
And everybody, so all these folks that Gina's talking about, Charlie Sheen, Ralph Macchio, who's the third person, Gina, in your scenarios?
I said Gary V.
Gary Vee. All three of those people I'm interviewing at our upcoming immersion in October. Charlie Sheen, Gary Vee, Ralph Macchio, thanks to Amo and his partner Darren Prince.
Very excited about that show, by the way, Sean. Very excited for your show.
Thank you, brother. So, Joe, are you up for being Ralph Macchio?
Let's do it.
Let's go. So, hi, is Mr. Macchio available?
Yeah, you got him.
Hey, this is Kelly, Mr. Macchio. We had a 3-minute conversation scheduled for today. Is it still a good time for you?
Yeah, you got 3 minutes.
Yeah, thank you. So I'll keep it to our 2 minutes and 45 seconds of counting. Thanks so much. But if I can ask, Mr. Macchio, all the people that want to talk to you, all the stuff going on in the world, what prompted you to even accept this conversation, please, with me in the first place?
I had a feeling about you, Kelly, so I wanted to give you a shot.
Oh, that's really kind of you. And Mr. Macchio, I've obviously seen your movies. I've read your autobiography. I've actually heard you speak a couple times, once in person, a couple times online. But if I can ask, what's the why that keeps you going? Because I just want to really speak into your listening. I'm not here to just give you a generic pitch ever. So please, what's the why? You've accomplished so much, created so much impact. Why do you keep going?
Legacy. The legacy doesn't end. It ends when I end. So I got to keep going to keep that legacy going.
Yeah. And what would that legacy be in the ideal world for you?
The legacy is the impact that I leave around the world when it's my time to go.
Amazing. Well, thank you, Mr. Macchio. So from that place of legacy, can I share a couple of things briefly in our final minute and a half that may or may not resonate with you?
Sure.
Yeah. So, Mr. Macchio, what I'm going to stand for in the world is the reality that kids struggle, people struggle with money. In fact, you're speaking at an upcoming event. And as I was talking to some people and getting ready to attend this event that Sean Callaghan of Blinded are throwing, Sugar Ray Leonard is one of the guests. And so I was, just thinking about Sugar Ray Leonard, reading a little bit about his career, and he fought famous, incredible people like Roberto Duran, Tommy Hearns, Marvin Hagler, and something fascinating struck me. I started looking at their net worth. And so it listed Tommy Hearns' net worth at $450,000. It listed Roberto Duran's net worth at $3 million. Marvin Hagler's at $45 million. And Sugar Ray Leonard's at $120 million. And what that means to me is similarly situated people, and you and I know, of course, Mr. Macchio, that we could look at athletes, celebrities, hedge fund owners, lawyers, accountants, financial service providers, teachers, people next door to each other. There's such a disparate dynamic of people's economic health and well-being. And what we also know is that it's a requirement to deal with money that you have some level of mastering yourself, which you are such a stand in the world for. I mean, what model, what possibility on earth is there that is more known in the American psyche for the transition from an apprentice to a master than you, wax on, wax off, sandal for painted in the Karate Kid? So, Mr. Macchio, all I'm proposing to you is a 30-minute follow-up conversation where we could launch a program to train young people and even people who are moving up in their years in the space of money, martial arts, self-mastery, And my risk reversal, Mr. Macchio, is if you feel like we're wasting your time in this 30-minute follow-up Zoom, we would donate $100,000 to your favorite charity. So, Mr. Macchio, all I want to do is demonstrate to you a very real plan on how we can create a for-profit business with a percentage donated to nonprofit that would take your identity and legacy.
Oh. Sean, we heard identity and legacy.
Let's go about last.
Bad reception. Bad reception.
Hey, he was rolling too, huh?
I know.
And since I froze before, I didn't know if it was me or Sean.
G, can you hear me?
Now we do. We heard, yes, identity and legacy, and then we lost you.
G,
For that?
Gina, do you have me?
Yes.
I got it. Can you hear me?
Yes. Yes.
Got it. Oh.
Nah, he's choppy though.
Choppy, super choppy though. Darn. Maybe go
He
off.
was on a roll.
Oh, he was so on a roll. He's probably gonna call me. Hank, that was like so. It was like identity and legacy, right? Leslie.
Yeah. James, see if you would have had him be Joe Rivera, he probably wouldn't have gotten cut off, man.
We got to pivot next time.
Just gotta unmute, and we'll hear you, Sean.
Sean, take it off mute, Sean. You're
Yes.
on mute.
Yeah, somebody's got to help him.
Sean, you're on mute. It's got to have a driver. That's right.
Don't. Let's not get an accident. We got you.
It's a family
Their
affair.
show must go on. Look at this.
Yes.
Be careful.
We're gonna demonstrate what poise looks like with 2 disruptions. So, Mr. Macchio, in final, here's what we're sharing. Your self-mastery in the space of martial arts, which is so iconically burned in to the minds, the hearts, the souls of the American people and people across the globe, coupled with truth about financial dynamics. And if in any way, shape, or form you feel like this meeting was a waste of your time, we'll have deposited into your agent's escrow account, Darren Prince, $100,000 to be donated to your favorite charity if you feel like we do not have a light out plan that not only feels interesting to you, but rocks your world and makes you say, this is something I've got to hear more about. So, Mr. Macchio, how would it resonate with you or not to have a 30-minute follow-up conversation, which would seem to me to have absolutely no risk over a Zoom call? Please, Mr. Macchio.
I mean, first off, you did your homework on me, so that's a plus. And then second, I mean, you're telling me you're gonna put $100,000 into my nonprofit if I don't like what I hear. So I mean, how could I say no to a 30-minute phone call? You got it, man.
Thanks, Mr. Macchio. And shall I set that up with your agent, Darren Prince?
Yeah, set it up with Darren. Give him a call. He'll set everything up for me.
Yeah, well, thank you. Appreciate that. Have a blessed day, and thank you for everything you've done to impact the world. I look forward to speaking to you soon. Thank you, sir.
Same to you. Thank you very much. Stay blessed.
Thank you. All right, let's pause. Sorry for the technical disruptions. Kelly, appreciate you being the feedbackers. I am blind, but somehow I don't think we look that much alike. But Kelly, thanks for being here today. Allow me to be you. How did I do as you, Kelly? And how was your time on the Heart of Influence?
Well, it was awesome. I think that you represented well. You know, the looks are a little bit off, but that's okay. You know, we can deal with that.
I'll grow my hair out.
Yeah, no, I thought you hit all the points that were important to them, and I think that it got you what you wanted. You got a 30-minute meeting with them.
Oh, thank you. And Kelly did a beautiful job here today. Thank you. Thank you. Let's go, John. Thanks for being Ralph Macchio. Thanks for bringing your heart, really present and vulnerability, John. Thank you for that. And how was your time today in the Heart of Influence? And how did I do as Kelly having a conversation with Ralph Macchio?
It was excellent today. Thank you for the invite, Andrea and team. I really appreciate that. Get to meet everybody. It was wonderful. Yeah, I mean, you basically let him talk about himself and talk about his stuff, and it kind of folded right into you getting that 30-minute meeting. That was, I couldn't have taught people better myself, honestly. That was perfect. You led him right into speaking, and then you counted right into what you knew he would expect or wanted to hear and got you that 30-minute meeting. That's fantastic. Great job.
Thanks, John. And really appreciated experiencing you today. I wish you all the best blessings with your life, your family, and all of it. Thanks for being here today. Thank you. Shane, really like what you're up to in the world, very congruent in that participant seat. And please, Shane, how was your time today on the Heart of Influence?
Well, I want to thank you guys. I think it's humbling. It's also sobering because when you're being audited, when you're doing cold calls on the phone, as we all know, it's blind a lot of the times. You have to really hear. And so I really encouraged the feedback. I also felt a little jealous because the other feedback from our other participant, I think the idea of authenticity and it really can come through the ears in a way that it's not just being confident, like what you guys are saying. Yeah, I'm confident, but I think that I prefer to have what the other feedbacks we're getting. But I appreciate it because I think this is an iron sharpened iron environment, and it's really, I really thank all of you for participating, and I thank you for that.
Thank you, brother. Wonderful, wonderful work. Gina, we have a couple other guests.
We sure do. Let's go to Morris next.
Morris, how was your time today on the Heart of Influence? Thank you for kicking us off in the feedbacker seat.
Oh, my pleasure. It was great. I had a great time. Sean, it was great actually listening to you. We always hear influencers, I don't know what the correct term is these days, but influencers talking about getting people to say yes as often as possible when doing these kinds of conversations, cold calling, and hearing you say it, getting Joe or Ralph Macchio, whatever, to continuously say yes, sure, absolutely in the first 30 seconds. Like I think I counted 4 or 5 times before the conversation even got going was a masterclass. It was really good. So thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate that a ton, for sure. And I believe heavily in permission-based relationship creation because people are extremely afraid to say yes. And when we step into a space of respect, so I call Mr. Macchio, permission-based, no presumptiveness, no overreaching, no disrespect for the paradigm right from Jump Street, it creates safety. And if you're really safe and you're creating safety, then you're completely in integrity. So thanks for saying it. And I know you guys are a bunch of masters and I really appreciate the compliment. Thank you. G.
Let's go to Rajiv.
Rajiv, please, how was your time today in the Heart of Influence? Appreciate that super cool fun fact. Over to you.
Yeah, no, thank you guys for having me again. This has been an excellent experience. Andrea just told me about this, I think 2 days ago or 3 days ago, and I was so enthusiastic about it after speaking with her. I love the energy on this. It's, and a few of you are in this industry that we work in, and it seems like, most people are like this. They're very open, but not all industries are like that. I've worked in different industries and people can be pretty closed off. So it's very nice to be in an environment where most people are being authentic, and sharing their insights and sharing their skills.
Awesome, Archie. Thank you so much for being here and for becoming a part of the more than 8,000 people like yourselves that have been on the Heart of Influence. So thanks, Rajiv. G.
I think we hit everybody, correct? Besides, of course, Andrea, and yeah, we've heard from everyone. So do you want to play want me to share the fun Leia?
Yeah. We got real quick. We have feedback from our actualized intelligence agent that actually has some feedback for both Shane and Joe. G.
Let's do it. Shane, you came in with polished energy, elevating Gina as a top-tier litigator. It painted the room with status and possibility like laying a red carpet. Your warmth and persistence created quick rapport. Of a refinement cue, at moments, the praise turned into a long ribbon without a knot. Tying it together to her specific pain or future could have landed with sharper impact. You got a 105 out of 130. With that, let's glide from the courtroom to the stage lights of our next player with feedback on Joe's hello to yes response. Joe, your authenticity was a thunderclap, transforming a vulnerable past moment with Grant into gratitude and legacy made the space electric. You embodied heroic, unique identity with truth. Where you could stretch further is clarity. The dual ask podcast and keynote blurred the spotlight. A single focused invitation would let your courage shine even brighter. You got a 111 out of 130. And now with Joe's comeback spark blazing, let's vault forward to the next adventure in this influence odyssey. Back over to you, Sean.
And hey, and Joe, those are high scores. Joe, the 111 is the highest score we've had from Leia in at least the last 10 shows. So really great job. I just want to give context for that. And 105 is also high score. Really, really great job for both you guys. Emma, we love and appreciate you, brother. Your final on today. This is a man that makes magic happen in the world. He would be the embodiment of bringing the self-mastery of the martial arts into the space of money. Please, Emma, your final. Thank you for everything that you do and for today.
Oh, my honor, my pleasure. I got to tell you, you got to point things out sometimes that are obvious, but not so obvious. What impressed me besides the panel today, it was a great panel. Sean was able to kind of pinpoint John Sherman in a very, very, very few sentences that John said. Sean defined like your spirit, your disposition so quickly. I was blown away by that. And that ability of perception, right? To see the moment is a very powerful talent, a skill. And that takes, you're not born with that. That's a skill set that is honed. I've been training martial arts for 55 years. I've been in hedge funds and private equity for 35, almost 40. And they all require a tremendous amount of skill set. So I'm a teacher and a martial artist before I'm anything. And I say to the panel, always hone your skill set, always be listening to people. And a couple of people said that earlier when they were giving feedback. Listen to what people say, not from your being heard, but from a point of listening, right? Of listening to what they're saying. And you will get a tremendous amount of knowledge and info. I mean, I just learned something from listening to Sean do that. You know what I mean? It blew my mind away. But every week we do this. I have a blast. I say it every week. I don't know how Andrea puts this thing together. It's not podcasts. I'm on podcasts all the time. And this is the Heart of Influence, Sean, Andrea's, where Darren and I are co-hosts on it. But it's a privilege to do that. And podcasts are, these days a dime a dozen. HOI, the Heart of Influence is a very powerful, I call it a pod panel because there's so many people. It's hard to put these together and get this much top quality. So everybody here is like at the top of their profession, their career. I strongly encourage you to try to connect with us and try to, with Sean's mastery of his art, is try to actualize our ecosystem, become serious contacts that something might emerge from, whatever that may be, mentally, physically, spiritually, monetarily, but something can emerge from that. And I strongly encourage you.
Thank you, Emma. Really appreciate that, brother. And Oprah Winfrey said that as a woman who faced racial bias, gender bias, abuse, and teen pregnancy as 4 massive statistical problems for economics, how she became worth 25,000 times the median American household as worth $3 billion plus is because she told people, I see you, I hear you, and what you say matters to me. And that's how she helped microphone for 30,000 people. So there's a science, there's a dynamic, it's here. All of you are invited as our guests to our upcoming immersion, October 15th, with all these fine folks. On my reputation, there's nothing like it on the planet. It's not Harvard Business School. It's not a Tony Robbins seminar. It's not, any component part of a consulting program, but it's not the best of all those things combined and more. So if that resonates, you have a free ticket for being here today. I thank you for that. And there'll be other extraordinary people in the room, but I assure you that the people you would meet there will be critically important, but they'll be a distant second to what mastery will be accessible and what you'll be unblinded to. So that's our gift to you. And if you can't make it, there's other things you have here, and your gifts by being here today. But truly, my heart, this is a growth-driven group. Do not let this be the end if you're in a growth trajectory in your life in any way. So thank you for that. And they end every show by saying this. Thank you, Andrea. Thanks, Amo. Thanks, Gina. Thank you all for being here today on this fun Friday. And I may be physically blind, which I am, but I'm absolutely certain that the possibilities for acceleration for all of us, whether they're monetary, whether they're duplication, scaling, whether they're just impact in the world, so often those possibilities are sitting right in front of our eyes, but we could all use a little unblinding, because with all that's sitting right in front of our face, the problem is, Gina, that at some level we are all blind.
And just learning to see.
Thanks,
Thank you,
everybody.
everyone.
Great
Have a great
job.
weekend.
Really appreciate it. God bless. We'll see you soon.
Bless you guys.
Yeah, have a great weekend,
Bless you
everybody.
guys.
Thank you.
Take care.
Thank you, everyone. Great
Have a
job.
good weekend, guys. Have a
Have
good weekend.
Andrea.
Thank you, guys.
Bye.